Okay, today is Sunday, October 30th, 2011. It's 10:35 a.m. Detective Wyatt with Sheriff's Office, also President Sergeant Lacey. And we're here with Rondell Jr. Reed, and today's the 30th, Rondell. Like I said, I want to go through and just do timeline of everything. You're going to heat me the hell up. Are you hot? Or are you cold? If that thing keeps kicking over, I'll turn it off because I'm going to start coughing. When we caught you yesterday, which was the 29th, so we ended the 29th, when was it you left Florida? Was it Sunday or was it Monday?
Well, it was like Monday morning, about 12:20 a.m.
So Monday, if I use my phone here, I can get a calendar out. So you left, that would have been the 24th, is Monday. So you left the 24th. What time was you leaving out to the fence? What time was that?
Well, I mean, we don't have no watches or anything.
Right.
We just time to count, so they can't do it count about 12:15. And we got about 5 minutes later.
So 12:20. Okay, so you're out. Where did you go first? You told me the one house I know that you stayed in where the truck was taken, but there. What about, you said there was a shitty old house or something?
That's the first place I stayed. That's
Where the hell was that?
This was in Vero Beach.
How do you spell Vero?
V-E-R-O.
Okay, so you went from the jail to Vero Beach.
Yeah. Well, that's the jail was in Vero Beach.
Oh, so it was, you were at a house there real close to the jail.
Yeah, it was a few miles away. It was off the railroad tracks.
Off the road. Can you describe it, or?
Well, it had no roof. Well, it had part of the roof, and it was 2-story, and floors were falling in.
Okay.
And
Do you even know how you got there? Or?
Yeah, I followed the railroad tracks.
You just followed
it was right off the railroad tracks. I seen that it was pretty much the dam side. I stayed in there.
Okay.
Road.
So you stayed there. How long did you stay there?
Well, I got there right before daylight.
Okay, so you stayed at the house.
You gotta understand, I was walking like a turtle because of my knees. So it took me a long time.
What happened to your knee?
I had surgery. I had a car wreck, and my tibia was snapped and came out the side of my leg, and I showed him.
How'd you have the car wreck? Tell him how you had the damn car wreck.
I took off from Florida.
Don't hold back.
I took off from Florida, and they was waiting on me up here on Indiana, Ohio State line.
How fast was you going when you crashed?
About 112 or 114.
And what kind of car?
93 bed.
Okay. All right, so we're going to move on. So, long like a turtle, you go up, you stay in Vero Beach just a couple miles or something at a house there along the railroad tracks somewhere that you found.
Right.
Then you stayed there till daylight?
No, I got there at daylight.
Oh, so you walked overnight and you made it to that house at daylight.
Right.
And then as soon as the sun's coming up, you're like, I got to get in place, and that's where you found. Or
right. And I stayed there all day until it got dark.
Did you see anybody looking for you that night while you were out?
I don't even know.
They didn't know yet?
Honestly, I don't know, because we made dummies up and everything. I don't know how.
You did what?
We made dummies up in the bed.
How did you tell me that?
Well, I didn't. I did. I mean, that's what I did.
How did you make dummies?
They give us. I told the other deputy that. That's what.
Oh, I see.
They give us like bins to put our personal property in, and I took the top and bent it like a torso and tied a string to hold its shape, and I used it for the torso, and I used, I don't know, towels and stuff for the legs.
You used a bin, I just don't get it.
Well, they give you
like a plastic tub like thing, right?
Yeah, it's not that big, but I mean it's.
You fold that to look like a body.
Right.
Put that under the sheet.
Right.
What'd you use for a head?
I took a bunch of ball toilet paper and made it, real loose. I had a pretty good dummy. This probably was the first time I got messed up, because I made me a head out of vanilla envelope and took some hair from a dude who got his hair cut off the floor and put a toothpaste all over it, and I threw this hair on it and it looked good, but that.
No, I'm telling you, this is the main reason I'm coming back here, is for the entertainment purpose.
He told me that you're interested as hell.
Tell me you
But
say.
I put it underneath the bed to dry, and my cell partner, the one that comes into the skates with me, didn't know it was under there, so he took his bin, because we both put our bins underneath the bed, and he pushed it up too hard against it, and it smashed off against the
And
wall.
ruined it.
And I didn't have time to put another one back together, so I just used toilet paper.
So you had planned this, or you knew you was going?
We've been working on this for 3 weeks.
Oh, really? So, wow.
Whose idea was it?
Well, actually, it was already in my mind to do it if I had an opportunity,
Sure.
because I was facing a life sentence there. And but he approached me and said that, you know, he's got the means to get out, but he just don't know how he can do it.
Right.
And so I said, well, tell me what you got. And he told me, and I said, well, this is how we can do it. And what it was, he had hacksaw blades, but he couldn't cut through the bars because the bars were tempered. And so I took the blade and I tested the braces on bars, and found out that they weren't tempered.
The brace, what do you mean by brace?
Wait, like the hinges? Like
You know,
that?
like you got a brace that comes across,
Yep.
and then you got a brace that comes across the top, and you got these bars.
Oh, it's going between them.
In the brace.
Oh, yeah.
And so he couldn't figure out how we could cut the braces and still get the bars off, because the braces are welded all the way around. So what we did is, in front of the bar, is I cut a big V out in front of each bar, where you take the bar and just pull it out.
Like towards you and towards you?
Yeah, without without cutting the whole brace.
You just weakened them up enough to bend.
No, I just cut the brace to where, because the bar wasn't welded to the brace.
Draw it.
Okay, you got, because we only cut three bars out, that's all they had.
That's because they didn't feed you down there in Florida. Now
They're starving you.
So this is on the air conditioned duct. And these bars sits in between these braces. Now on top,
This is tempered, right?
all the bars
The
were.
bars, okay.
So we couldn't cut the bars out. So what we did, see, this is the plate. If you're looking right down the top of the plate, that'll be this plate right here. You just see the bars coming up. What I did is I cut there, and I cut there, and I cut there, and I cut there,
So they couldn't even see it from the outside.
and then pull the bar out.
So they wouldn't be able to see it from the outside. So
Well, another thing, we had to go in front of all this stuff. You got a screen. You got a screen that goes across this, with security screws. See, there's one here, here, here. It sits right on top of it, and the vent is up anyway. So if you walk in, you look up, you see 3 bars. But if you're looking through, what's that stuff called? The screen is shaped like diamonds.
like the screen door stuff, or
Anyway, that's the screen.
oh, like the metal cage kind
Yeah,
of
it's
stuff.
across these bars. So
Well, how the hell did you get to that metal screen stuff?
we took the screws out.
How?
I took a hacksaw blade and cut a piece of thing off the mop bucket and made a screwdriver out of it.
Good idea.
Uh,
A good idea.
it worked. And
And
then,
then you were able to get, what do those security screws look like?
well, they're
Do they not have a head on?
They're not
Yeah.
flathead.
they're a flathead, but it takes like a real small. You can't turn. They're flat where you can't like.
You can only turn them one way to tighten, like
You
that.
can turn them both ways, but what am I trying to say? You just can't stick anything in there to turn. I mean, even though it's like a standard, it takes it like a real small standard and it goes in deep, because if it's not in deep enough, you're just going to be.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Strip it out.
So we just loosen them up.
How long did it take you to take those screws out?
5 minutes. Just long enough to loosen them. Oh, but we kept them in after loosening them. I put them back in. We just left them loose.
So you can take them out quick.
Yes, I do. Everything up. So every night we'll work on this.
And then just sleep during the day.
Yeah.
So where is this in the? This is in
It
the
sets up
cell.
real high on the cell. Where the air flows out.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, if they walk in, can I stand up?
yeah.
It would be like this high. From the bottom, it would be this high. This big bottom.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can see.
How wide is it?
Barely big enough for me to go through. It was like, man, you just wouldn't believe how small this all was. I wish I could.
So someone his size could never get through it.
We already went through this yesterday.
Yeah, I had to grease up. I got stuck in it.
You had to use the
Hair gel.
hair gel. So.
Yeah, the hair gel. That's why I'm all scratched, scarred up, and bruised.
I thought you were scratched up from the wire.
Well, I also got scratched up from the brace on the bottom of that thing, from where I cut it.
So,
Because I was so pressed up against it that it scratched me too.
so if you're climbing up, who went first, you or him?
I did.
You went first?
Yeah.
How did you get through you said he was big or smaller than you, so he could fit?
I mean, he's been in and out before.
Oh, so he went,
Yeah.
where does it go?
We go down into a little room, down like that closet right there. Thanks.
And what's there?
It's all the plumbing for 2 cells. There's 2 cells worth of plumbing back there. Because this jail down there is shaped like an octagon.
Okay.
And so behind every 2 cells, you got like a room.
With the plumbing?
And it's, so they don't come into the block to do the plumbing. They do it all from the outside.
Right, so when the people plug it up and all that stuff, they do.
Right.
Now, when you got to that room, did it look helpless to get out of that, or?
Well, it was because there's a room back there and it's got, it's locked on both sides. It takes a key to get in or out. And so he had to go back there with a bar, took one of the tempered bars and beat the mile ball to get the door open.
So you took one of the bars that you cut loose?
Yeah. And we got the door open. We did all this he did this maybe 4 hours before we went out.
What was the other dude's name?
Levi Taylor.
Levi Taylor. Was there, other than Levi, how many other people participated in this or had planned on going out with you guys?
Not just me and him.
No other, did Levi tell anybody else about this?
I mean, I don't want to say anything to get anybody else in trouble.
Sure.
But there's like 22 of us in there.
Mm-hmm.
We're all in there facing possible life sentences because they separate the people that's facing a lot of time or life sentence. And the song is loud.
Sure.
And every night we did it. And I know everybody in there heard it. And I know a few people could put 2 and 2 together.
Sure. But you didn't try to invite anybody else to go with you?
No.
So I barely know our jail. I always go to the front when I ask them. So even in the back, in all this time, I never go back there. Is there anybody, any guards or anybody in there with you guys, or how's it work? You said there's 22 of you. What is it, like a
They
block?
come through every hour for a check.
And do head count or whatever. Like ours, I think they make you stand up to the door because we have doors and they make you stand up to the glass.
They come back there every hour. And then, we have to quit 10, 15 minutes because we don't want them, sometimes they come back early, sometimes a little late. So we always quit, around 10 minutes before they're even scheduled.
Is everybody locked in cells or is everybody just kind of out?
Well, in the morning they let us all out into this little day room. That's, they just click our doors open and we got this little day room that's in front of our cells. And at night at 11 o'clock they lock us all up and it's usually 2, 3 people per cell.
So if you were doing this hours before, so while you guys were allowed out and about where the cell's open, he's in there working on this stuff then, right?
Yeah. But you can't see back there from inside.
Was you upstairs? Is it 2 levels or 1?
2 levels. I was down. It was 2 levels, but we went out from downstairs.
Oh, so did you go out from the cell you were in?
Yeah.
Without getting Levi into trouble?
Already in trouble about that.
Yeah, Levi got caught already, right?
Yeah.
He was caught before you were.
Yeah, yesterday it was in the newspaper.
So these other inmates, when you guys were out in the day room, they never said, "Who the fuck's sawing on the bars?" And
I'm sure they put 2 and 2 together. Everybody in there is smart enough to know.
There's 22 people down there. 14 are black, 5 are white, 1's Cuban, and 1's Puerto Rican. And I'm sure if it was just me alone trying to do this, I wouldn't have got it.
Because you were the only white guy.
I was the only white guy involved.
Yeah.
But being that the black dude was was participating. I think that's what really got us out of there, because if they knew that it was just me, then
They wouldn't have helped.
Now,
The only white guy in the whole...
No, there's 5 of us, but I was the only one involved.
how did you come up, how was you able to get a mop bucket to make the
They moved one in there every day for us to clean up. And a little metal piece on it that I took off there, never missed it. There's just a metal piece on there that held
Did you have to use the hacksaw to cut the metal piece off?
yeah. But I cut it flush so you couldn't really tell it.
Now, I know you don't want to get Levi in trouble, but Levi's already fucked anyway.
No, I'm not concerned about getting him in trouble. I'm talking about getting the other people in jail that's not been involved in this directly.
Oh, I got you.
The ones that didn't get out.
Yeah, the ones, you know, I mean, just the people that are here.
How many of them could have actually fit through the hole, though? Is that probably part of the problem?
Honestly, not very many, because
So that's why probably the other ones didn't go.
Like I said, I lost like 35 pounds in this last wreck, because I haven't been able to eat right, and me and Levi, maybe 2 more people in that jail could have got out that hole. The majority of people in there are big.
Did they not know the 2 that were small enough to try and get out? Why didn't they go with you?
I mean,
it'd been easier with fucking 4.
I mean, it's not like they openly let us know that they knew about it. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm saying that they should know about it because of the way we were doing it. But then they'd approach us or come and say, well, you all cutting out on one of those. No.
They never, I got you. So they would have never known the night you were going?
No, that was strictly between me and him.
How big was this hacksaw blade you had?
There's a whole hacksaw blade broken in half.
So it was that long? I mean, a regular size hacksaw blade is probably about like that.
Well, yeah, I had one piece about this long and one piece. Well, no, both pieces were almost about the same size, but on one I had to take about this much off of it because...
Did the teeth get chewed up on it?
Yeah.
Trying to cut tempered steel probably
That's
stalled the blade.
That's how you did it.
Did that blade come in there? How'd that blade get in that pot?
I don't want to speculate on that.
You told me yesterday it costs a lot of money.
I-
How the hell do you get money to get something like that while you're in jail?
It doesn't necessarily mean you have to pay from inside the jail.
I don't get it.
Somebody on the outside.
Yeah, somebody on the outside.
Is it somebody that works at that jail? I mean, listen, Rondell, here's the thing.
I'm not, yeah, but see...
But if it's not an inmate, who cares about the if you've got a dirty cop or a dirty somebody that works for that jail, that's what's important, not the inmate. The inmates are going to do what they're going to do. I'm more concerned about if there's a dirty cop there. And if there's a dirty cop, you ain't got no allegiance to them. Or an employee.
We've had everything in our jail from cafeteria workers to maintenance people, you name it, they're doing stupid stuff and doing that. And that's the thing. Was it somebody like that, or?
I really don't want to talk about
Okay.
it, please.
All right. We'll go on. So you got the hacksaw.
I
They cost
got to
you-
deal with myself.
I understand. So you got the hacksaw blade from wherever where it cost you money. Sounds like it came from the outside. You got out on the 24th, and you went to up the railroad tracks. Why'd you guys split up?
Well, I was pretty much slow. You know, I was probably slowing the guy down anyway. I mean, my knees really messed up.
Right.
And it got really messed up again when I went across that first fence.
Did you just jump down from the top?
Well, yeah, I got midway because there's the concertina wire all up and down the sides of it.
I still can't believe you climbed that.
And,
Tell them what you were wearing. Tell them what you were wearing.
Boxer shorts.
Tell them what you done to them.
I ripped the whole ass in that.
And he colored them with a damn pen.
Yeah, I covered them back.
Because he wanted to be like a ninja. His pale white body.
What do you want with that pale white body?
His pale white body.
What's that gonna
Wear
be?
black underwear.
I had a t-shirt too.
Was the t-shirt black?
No, it was like a blue. I mean, after I'd spent all that time on the boxers, I thought about doing the t-shirt the same way. I thought, man, there's got to be an easier way to do this. And so I took a bunch of ink pens and took the ink out and put into a cup and put some disinfectant in it to kind of like cut it up.
Did it?
And it worked. It colored the t-shirt pretty good.
Did it?
It looked like an old 70s shirt.
Like a tie-dye.
Like a tie-dye. So you come walking out and you're in style.
The palest white guy in Florida wearing black,
They got video down there, just
assless black boxer shorts,
going over a fence.
escaping from jail.
I like it. So after you get out, you're slowing him down?
Well, when I found it was because he was always like, 10, 20, 25 yards ahead of me.
Was he running, or was
Yeah, I kept telling us, look, man, dude, we're just waiting. You don't run until they're after you, so right now you're just burning energy. 5 minutes from now, they get on to us.
You've done this before, so you
when
know.
I had no energy to run. But he just kept doing that, so fuck it.
So he just run off and leave
Was the
you?
plan, was the plan for you two guys to stay together?
Yeah, we was going to stay together, but we stopped at someplace, and he wanted me to wait on the corner while he went out and talked to his girl or somebody. So I stood there for about 10 minutes, and I got to think, man, this is not going to work out.
Where'd you stop?
It's somewhere around Vero Beach.
Was it, like, what, do you know, I don't know any of the area down there, so I don't know. Was it around anything? Any businesses
The
around?
only time I've ever been in Vero Beach was in jail down there. I didn't know nothing. The only thing I knew was that the railroad tracks ran on the right side of US 1. And when I found the railroad tracks, I found US 1, and that's what got me out of town. If it wasn't for that, I'd been lost.
So you don't know where you and him were when he went, but he knew where he was going because he was from down there?
Yeah, he lives down there. So I stood there for about 10 minutes and I just left. I said, fuck it.
So by this time, it's still the middle of the night. It's probably not that long after. If you guys got out a little after midnight or 1 o'clock.
At this time, it was probably around 1:30 or 2.
Okay. So then you start going, that's about the time you found the railroad tracks, about 1:30 or 2, or later?
I found the railroad tracks about 2:30 or 3.
Okay, so about 2:30 or 3 you hit the tracks. And then you start going north, and you walk until it's daylight.
And I walked till I looked up at the sky and seen that the stars were fading out, and I knew it was getting ready to get daylight. And at first, my first thought was just crawling on the side of the track somewhere in some weeds. But then I seen this house, and that's where I went.
Okay. So if you're going up the railroad tracks, are all the houses on one side of the tracks, or are there houses on both sides?
I say they're on both sides.
Okay. Which side of the tracks was the house on? As you're walking, you're heading north.
It's on the right.
So the house you found was on the right side of it.
Between US 1 and the tracks.
Was it just open, or?
Yeah, I mean, I had an open roof on it, and I mean, it's just imploding.
Oh, really?
It was in bad shape.
So you stay there,
Yeah.
how long?
Just during the whole day until it got dark again.
So when it gets dark, I'm guessing it gets dark, what, 7:30 now or so? 8?
Yeah, that's it.
Did you eat anything?
Nothing that first day.
Did you eat any water or anything like that?
Yeah, I was, they was doing some kind of road work that went across the tracks, and I had a couple of front end loaders and stuff out there like that. And I got up in the morning, and there was about 3 jugs of water. So I had water, but I didn't have anything to eat.
Is the jail in Vero Beach?
Yes.
So then you leave. Did you take the jugs of water with you? Is that what
Yeah.
Just milk jugs like the water? Or
No,
something?
they were like bottled water.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So then you leave from there. So now it's Monday morning, which is actually the 24th. So it's Monday morning or Monday night. You stayed there during the day. So Monday night you start back out on the tracks heading north.
Right.
Was you just walking along the railroad tracks or on the side, or just?
Well, I would change up. I'd walk on the side for a while, and then I'd walk in the middle. Sometimes I couldn't walk because I had gravel on the ties, and I had these Bobo shoes on, real thin sole shoes. And
I guess we forgot. Where did you get clothes? You told me you got swim trunks from somewhere, from a car. Was that before then?
At this point, no, I haven't got there yet.
You're still in?
I'm still in my underwear.
Oh, wow. Your ass ripped out underwear.
Right.
So you're walking down the tracks. I can't believe nobody would see you and call in that, hey, there's some guy.
And that's the reason I would only travel at night, and that's the reason I would stay on railroad tracks, so nobody could see me.
Okay. So you're going northbound with the ass ripped out of your underwear at night, that Monday night. Where did you?
I came upon this, I guess it was a church. Yeah, it was a church. It was on Wabasco.
What is it?
Wabasco. It's a town between,
Wabasco.
yeah, I don't know how to spell it. I know how to pronounce it, but I can't spell it.
Okay.
It's between Vero Beach and Sebastian. And there's this church there, and it had several vehicles parked out, not in the church's parking lot, but at the side. And that's where I got to close at.
Okay, so out of the church lot.
And this was the night, this is my second night out. I got to close.
Okay, so you walked all night, Monday night, and then when it was sometime during the night, you got to close. And then when did you find the other house you told me about?
Right before daylight.
Right before daylight. So as you're walking, and is that in Sebastian? Or is that?
Yeah, actually, this is in Sebastian.
So the second house is in Sebastian. And you come to it, and you've already got, was the cars that you got into, was they unlocked, or
Yeah.
you didn't break into anything, or did you do any crimes or anything along the way there? Was there anything?
I'm getting ready to get to that, but up to this point, no.
Okay,
Up to this
so
point, no.
the swim trunks that you got out, was it an unlocked car?
Right, it's in my car.
And did you get in two cars? I thought you told me you got
I
two.
did. I got in one, got some swim trunks, and I got into another, got some blue jeans and a t-shirt.
Okay. And
No,
then
they were right there.
they're right there together in the
Right.
church lot. So then you're making it on up, and you come across the house.
Oh. In one pair, it was in the swim trunks. I think that's a $20 bill.
Oh, nice. Did you get you something to eat?
But yeah, but not that night.
Oh,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, I did too. Yeah, I did too.
Where'd you go? McDonald's, probably.
No.
Walmart?
No. I got sick. I got food poisoning. Hess. It's a gas station.
Hess?
Yeah, I got.
Like H-E-S-S?
Yeah.
In Wabasso?
No, it's in Sebastian.
In Sebastian. I've got the tracks pulled up here. In Wabasso into Sebastian. You followed,
Hey, you don't, did they give you your glasses?
can you see?
Are you
It's
kidding me?
hard. It's hard to miss that. But
Well, what you can see here is the railroad tracks. There's Wabasso. This is the railroad tracks going there. If this was on a bigger screen, you think you could see it? I mean, obviously you went right along these tracks, right?
Right.
All the way to Sebastian up here.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if we had a bigger screen.
We'll show you.
All right, maybe we'll show you later. But this is, we can show you exactly from a satellite where you were, and maybe you could point out the house that you went into.
So you get to this house, you found the $20 bill, you stopped at the gas station. Was it along the tracks there, this Hess gas station or whatever?
Yeah, you know how you ride, you're on the railroad tracks, and then about every so often you get a road that crosses.
Yeah.
Well, I got to one of the roads, and then I looked, and then you can see like US 1's right there, and there's Hess. And I had been to Hess before when I was working down there, so I knew they sold food. It's like a little food mart thing.
What'd you get?
And I got a couple candy bars and something, but I grabbed a Snicker candy bar. I thought it was a candy bar, but it's one of them Snicker ice creams. And that sucker got me sick as a dog.
Really?
It did. I was sick for like 2 days.
Having poops?
No, I mean, it was
Just stomach hurt?
yeah.
Don't buy food from the gas station, I guess. So you come back, and then after you get you something to eat, you go back and hit the tracks
Hit
again?
the tracks again.
And is it nighttime when you did this?
I was Slim Jims and then
Slim Jims are
hot
good.
hot dogs and hot dogs.
What kind of, was you trying to tear your stomach
I
out?
was just trying to get something to eat. I hadn't ate all day, and they didn't have a big variety of stuff
Right.
in there.
You bought the worst
Yeah,
stuff.
I did.
So you come back out, was it dark at this point when you got in Hess? So is Hess like open 24/7 or
Yeah, the only
something?
time I would move around is during the dark.
So you come out of Hess, hit the railroad tracks going back, and then from there, the next place you stop at was
This house.
this house.
Once I got into Sebastian, I had these clothes on, so I felt a little bit confident that I could walk a block or two on the main highway.
Right.
I had a hat too. I got out of the car where I got the blue jeans.
Okay.
It was one of Puma hats.
Oh. You don't look like you'd be wearing a Puma hat.
And so I walked down the street and I seen this house. that had the door that was setting, the bottom hinge was broke off, and I seen that the weeds was growing up in the drive and around the house. So I walked down to Wendy's, was the first place that I actually ate good at. And on the way back, I seen that the lights were still off in his house. So I went around and got back on the railroad tracks and came up behind the house on the railroad tracks and got off. And seen it had orange trees and stuff in the back, and I thought this would be a good place to stay. Hold up. So my first thought was just crashing out on the back porch. I didn't have no intentions of going into the house. But I got started getting it up with mosquitoes.
Did you knock on the door to make sure nobody was there?
I was pretty confident that it was vacated.
Okay.
And so when I woke up, it was still daylight. It's still like maybe 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. And I thought, and I raised up and I looked around, and I seen that it had this tire shop or something on one side of me, and I don't know, I just couldn't stretch out and get comfortable where I was at, so I thought I'd just go off to the house, see what's in there. And when I got off in there, I seen it had beds that were still made up.
How'd you get into the house?
I took a hinge off one of the windows. I had a fold-out window on the back porch, and I just took the hinge out, and then when I got inside, unlocked the back door, and I came back out, put the hinge back in place, and relocked the window. So if somebody did show up, the window would be all messed up.
How cold is it down there at nighttime?
And now it's in the 70s.
It's still at night?
Yeah.
God, it's freezing out here.
Yeah, it started getting cold. It started getting cold in North Georgia when I was coming up.
So you made it in after sleeping on the porch for a little while. You went in the house.
I went to the house, and
And this would have been Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning.
So the 25th. And in the morning, you find the second house. Okay. So how long did you stay there? And you hadn't done any crimes or stolen anything or nothing like that up until that point? You were just trying to hide. I got you. So now it's morning, you're in this house, and you stay there till you find that truck, I think.
The truck was on Thursday, I think. Let's see, no, it couldn't have been Thursday.
Tuesday, so you just stayed Tuesday during the day, and
I stayed Tuesday during the day, and left Wednesday during the day.
oh, so it was during the day.
It was
What
during-
time
it was during
was the
day
truck?
when I took the truck. I took the truck at like 4 o'clock.
Okay.
No, it was like 4:45.
Okay, so 4:45 on Wednesday. You took, what was it, 2000 something?
204.
2004 Dodge.
Does it have the keys on?
That's how I
Tell him how you, what you did.
I'm in this house. There's no power. There's no water. There's a big old box of Reader's Digest I can read, but I can't see to read them.
You never
Because
got
at
it.
this point, it's before I got glasses. So I'm sitting there at this window, and I'm watching traffic. And then this truck pulls up right in front of the house and stops. Guy gets out. He don't turn on no alarm or pocket no keys or anything. And he walks into this tire shop. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I bet your keys are in that truck. And, well, before we get to this, the 2 nights that I stayed there, I would go out while it was still dark and try to steal a car.
Oh.
But things has changed so much since the 21 years I did in prison that
You couldn't get one?
I couldn't steal one.
What kind of cars were you trying to steal?
I couldn't steal.
What kind of cars?
I would get in it. I was able to get the dash lights to light up when I hot wire, and then when I go to credit the ignition, the battery hot wire to it, everything will go dead.
Put alarms on all these new
I couldn't
cars.
get the dash lights light back up there.
You couldn't find an old car?
I looked. There's a lot of rich people down there. There's hardly no old cars. Not as part of I'm in Sebastian and Vero Beach. That's all rich people country.
So while you're saying, so you're going back and forth to this house while you're trying to find a car
Right.
during the night.
Right.
I got you. So that's funny. So then now a car rolls up right in front of you.
He rolls right in front of me, and the guy gets out, and it's like I said, it's a 2004 pickup,
What color was it?
gray,
It's a nice truck.
and it was a nice truck. And then so I sat there for a few minutes, and I said, well, it's down there, so I just went out the back door and walked around and got in the truck like I owned it, and sure enough, the keys were in there. I started, full tank of gas. I thought, oh yeah, it's my way out of Florida right here. He got me all the way to Macon.
Where's Macon? Is that
It's
Florida
south
or Georgia?
of Georgia.
Oh, it's in Georgia.
It's south of Atlanta.
So, did you stop anywhere along the way?
Just to rest. I had a full tank of gas.
So you left, it was Wednesday, about 4:45, so 5 o'clock when you left, and you drove from there, and you rested on the way to Macon. Where did you stop, or
I just pulled over for, a few minutes here, maybe an hour there.
where'd you park, or where did you?
Well, once or twice is at a rest area, but I wouldn't stay there very long because I know how dangerous, I know how they'll patrol.
Right.
And what I would do to rest when I go to sleep is I would pull up behind like a Ramada Inn or a Comfort Inn where they park.
Right.
And usually in the back where they park, and just pull in and crawl in the back seat and go to sleep.
Okay. So this was a truck with a 4-door truck or something then?
Yeah, it's a extended cab.
Was it 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel?
Two, I think.
Let me jump back real quick. These cars that you were trying to hotwire, were they in somebody's driveway?
No, actually, I know it sounds stupid, but two of them were at a car service.
Oh, so they were probably broke down anyway.
Well, I mean, yeah,
They probably had problems.
They were both on the same lot. The cars, the two of the hotwired cars were both at the same spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you trying to get in the business? They probably had the keys there.
No, it's burglars.
What was the name of that business?
I'm really not sure, but I know it's on Highway 1, and I wasn't too far down from where I was staying. But,
In the house?
We should all find the house, I'm sure. So you go on up in the Dodge, you slept, you didn't stay anywhere more than like an hour or so.
well, other than when I slept, I probably stayed longer than an hour. But,
How far of a drive, if you drove straight through, is it to, what'd you say, Macon? What is it?
Macon, M-A-C-O-N. I'm not
M-A-C-O-N.
sure for sure.
Straight up 75.
Yes, straight up 75.
So, then when you get to Macon,
And
is
you
that
gotta
where?
understand, I take the long way. My traveling is the long way. I'm not taking no shortcuts. Because I'm taking like 95 all the way up to like Interstate 10 to get on 75.
Did you know
That's
the way?
That's the long way. Plus, I didn't want to take the toll roads.
Oh.
No change.
So did you know the roads and stuff to know, or did you have to get a map, or you knew all the roads?
I knew it, but I also know it's the long way. I know there's shorter ways to do
I got you. So, was there any money or anything in the truck that you could use?
No.
Where did you get, in Macon, is that where you got the guy that started hyperventilating, where you took the car from?
Yeah, in Macon, yeah.
Where did the knife come from? Did you say it came
Oh,
from?
the house that I spent a couple of days in.
Was that the only thing you took from that house, was the knife?
Yeah.
And there's nothing else in the house that you took from?
There wasn't really nothing worth taking.
Okay.
Unless you're an antique dealer.
You could have probably sold some of that for a lot of
Yeah, I
money.
probably sold some of that.
And you had a pickup truck, you could have hauled it in the back.
I didn't want to hang around for all
Right.
that.
So you took just one knife from that house?
Oh, well, and the shirt, I took a shirt that I cut the sleeves off of to wear over top of another shirt that I had. I would say there was clothes and stuff there, but it was a women's stuff.
Right.
So the shirt that I took was actually a girl's shirt, but I made it.
Okay. Look a little more masculine?
I mean, I had frilly stuff on the sleeves.
You got out. You didn't want to be out. He's got shirts like that. So you go on up into Macon. Why did you stop where you got the other vehicle? You didn't stop. There was no other crimes or nothing that happened before there. Okay.
I wouldn't have stopped there, but I was dead on empty. I couldn't go no farther.
So was it a gas station, or what was it that you found?
Where I got the old man's.
Yes, where you got the old man's car.
No, it was the Walmart.
As a Walmart. What's she with you in Walmart? So in Macon at Walmart. At what time do you think this was? This was on.
It was around 6.
On Wednesday?
Let me think a minute.
No, it had been Thursday because you'd left.
It was on Thursday.
It was Thursday. So you're at,
The other times. See, this Sunday, scheduled Sunday night and Monday morning, it confused
Right.
me.
So you're at the Walmart, and then did you see the guy? Was he pulling in or was he leaving?
No, I watched him pull in. I watched him get out, and I watched him. I mean,
You watched him go in the store and then waited for him to come out.
Right.
So when he came out, what did he do?
He opened the back of the Lincoln to put his little sack of groceries in there. And so I waited until, because I was like 2 cars down from him, and I waited till he went up and opened his door. And when he opened his door, that's when I got out and then walked. I got up to him.
Tell him what happened when you walked up to him.
When he started hyperventilating, yeah, he told me he had a lot of heart. And
so you walk up to his door when he's opening his door with a knife.
Yeah, I told him, I said, look, don't let me hurt you. You know, I need your car. And that's when he started hyperventilating. And I took the knife out of my right hand, put it in my left hand. I'm hitting him on the back. I'm telling him to take deep breaths. Like I don't want to get him down. And I finally got him to calm down where he was breathing right. And then I told him, I said, look, you need to scoot over on the passenger seat. He says, well, there's no way that I can get over the hump. And, you know, it's like a thing in between the seats, so I had to help him get over it. So I shut the door, we're sitting there, we're talking for a few minutes, and I told him, I said, look, I'm going to have to take you to Tennessee with me. And he said, man, I can't go to Tennessee. He says, I got a doctor's appointment. And I didn't want to let him out because I knew he would call the law.
Sure.
And so I'm sitting there, and I really don't know what to do because I know the guy really has medical problems. And
You don't want to hurt him.
no, I don't want to hurt him.